Hey guys, it's Mary from harmonysicecloset, where we make dresses and dreams come to life. Sorry that it's been a hot minute since I have been on and posted a video. Most of that is because this office was an absolute disaster. But we recently had like a blizzard and we were stuck in the house for 4 whole days. My daughter did not have school at all and I couldn't go to work. So I spent that whole time cleaning, as you can see. Looks pretty fabulous in here now. And honestly, the snow couldn't have come at a better time because one of our local news networks actually reached out to me a couple days ago and they wanted to do a story on my business and talk about the Olympics and some of the costumes for the Olympics as well. I'll go ahead and insert a video of that news segment now for you guys to watch. It was super fun to do the interview. Still feels surreal that they even reached out to me, and it's crazy that they even found me through social media and knew that I was local.
A woman in Luzerne County is helping young figure skaters shine in handmade costumes.
The hard work is fueled by someone close to her heart, her daughter. Our Colby Hughes tells us how her passion became a blossoming business.
Rhinestones, fabric, and thread. Mary Hurt takes them all and turns them into figure skating costumes. She found her calling when her daughter stepped onto the ice 3 years ago.
When I had that innate desire to create costumes, all I could think about was how my desire to be a great mom and to give her everything in life, they just coincide.
She taught herself how to sew to make costumes for her daughter, and it has since turned into a business. Now she makes costumes for many different skaters, but one thing remains common in all the dresses: the sparkles.
You watch the Olympics and you watch these competitions, and the one thing that you notice most of the time is how glittery they are.
Under the rink lights, they truly shine. Hurt's daughter, Harmony, and her friends are among her top clients.
This is, well, obviously my favorite costume because Mary made it, and when Mary makes my dresses, it means so much to me because she puts in so much hard work. I will always trust her with changing something, or I will never have to worry about it being something I don't like. She knows me very well.
Watching the girls perform in her own designs is something Hurt will never get tired of.
I'm watching them fall and get back up and try again, and it gives me goosebumps because I'm so proud of them. Just to see them in my work that I have fallen and gotten back up and done again, it's just very poetic.
But it's the mother-daughter bond that truly inspires the work.
My mom is like my best friend. She can never replace anybody that I ever know. And she just puts so much hard work into something that I love, which makes me really happy.
I love doing what I do.
In Luzerne County, Colby Hughes, 2822 News.
And many of the skaters find inspiration from costumes worn in the Olympics, but each dress is unique when it leaves Harmony's ice closet.
Anyway, so today is back to real life. I'm going back into the office, but it is a 2-hour delay and I have about 20 minutes. So I'm going to start another costume that I need to have done by, next week. So the inspiration this skater gave me for this dress was the old cartoon movie Anastasia. It's a blue dress that has like a cape and she's wearing long elbow length white gloves. And I think it'll be super pretty. I've never done like a cape like that. I've done a cape similar detail for some of the dresses, including my daughter's. So it'll be cool to see how that comes out. I'm going to go ahead and put up some pictures of that inspiration so you can see where the skater is getting that idea from. And I don't know if in the movie it's a velvet dress. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever actually even watched the movie. I don't know if it was satin or what, but I have this beautiful blue velvet that I already had, and I showed it to the skater and she was like, yes, immediately, yes. So that's what we're gonna use, and I'm actually really excited about it.
A while ago when I first ripped this pattern, someone recommended to me that I go and get this laminated. I have yet to call Office Depot, but I really should, because if you were paying attention in the beginning of that, I kind of ripped it just a little bit again, and eventually tape is just not going to do. If you're new here, the pattern that I'm tracing is the Jalie Tessa pattern. It is the one that I base the majority of my dresses off of.
What are you doing? Do you miss when we made lip glosses?
Yes, I do.
Do we need to make more?
Yes, we do. I want to make the frosted fruits one.
The frosted Fruit Loops?
Yeah,
Frosted Loops?
It said frosted fruits on it. It says fruits.
Is it like fake loops? Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops.
They smell really good. I like the butterscotch candy ones.
Just a friendly reminder, keep your paper cutting and fabric cutting tools separate. Never cut your fabric with the same tool that you cut paper with.
Day 2 of 2-hour delays, and I have 10 minutes, so I'm going to try to cut some fabric.
The rotary blades that I use to cut my fabric and my paper in this video are the same ones that I've been using for a couple years, and they actually are both broken. So while I was cutting this fabric, it was a little bit frustrating. The one with the green handle on it that you can see that I'm using right now to cut the fabric used to be my paper cutter, but I did get replacement blades for them and they're kind of interchangeable. It works for both of them, but I definitely need new ones. I've been considering getting a pair of electric scissors, but I just don't know like what brand would be good, and I'm a little bit nervous that I'm not going to have as much control or I'm going to have to go faster. I don't know. I always get nervous when I have to try something new. If you have a favorite fabric scissor, or if you have like electric fabric scissors and you love the particular brand, feel free to comment down below and let me know. Or if you're here as a beginner and you don't really know anything about fabric cutting scissors or rotary blades or electric scissors, then I will keep you posted on what I find.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock at night. It's been 3 days since I've touched this costume, since I last was recording. We had a huge fundraiser for our skating club that I was the leader of, and it wiped me out. It is now Tuesday, 8 o'clock. I think I already said that. And I have 20 minutes while Harmony gets ready for bed. So let's see if we can bang out cutting the rest of this and start sewing.
It's always funny to me when everybody's like, how do you have time to do it all? And the secret is I don't do it all, or I do it in like 10 or 20 minute increments while I'm doing something else at the same time. A lot of the sewing that I'm going to do later on in this video, I did while I was on a Zoom call, and I can work on things for like 10 minutes in the morning or 20 minutes in the evening when Harmony's getting in the shower. So I just try to encourage myself and tell myself, like, just go do a little bit. Just go cut out 1 or 2 pieces. And then before I know it, all the pieces are cut out and I've made more progress than if I didn't take those few minutes. Also to note, this fabric is velvet and it was a little bit harder to cut. And I was very nervous that it was going to be difficult to sew, because I thought maybe it would slip around in the machine, or, you know, there would be like fuzzies clogging up the machine or anything like that. That would just be strange about it. But surprisingly, it was very easy to sew. I will say it was a little bit thicker when I had a couple layers though. I used to use my mannequin to put the bra cups on these dresses, but I've kind of just gotten like the feel of where to pin them, and I try to lay the fabric over them too to like look to see, make sure that the sweetheart top or whatever top I'm putting over the layer that's going over the top of it will cover those bra pads. But it's just like anything else. Once you get used to doing it, you don't really need to, you know, be as meticulous. And here I am picking the thread. I don't ever think I've shown myself picking thread for anything before. Sometimes I get really thrown because there's like a couple good options. This one right here, the very first one that I pulled out, is obviously going to be the best one out of the 3 that I take a look at. But I do also like to see like, okay, if I'm running low on this blue, what can I use worst case scenario if I run out? And so that way then I have like a backup plan. And I try to do the most visible parts of the costume first, and then I'll do like maybe the briefs or the inside seams or something with the other one. Like if I have 2 different color threads, I mean. It's so weird because I haven't sat down at my sewing machine since probably November. Really, I think I like maybe altered 1 or 2 little things, but I think the last thing that I sewed was a hot pink dress, and that was definitely in November, and so it's just like riding a bike. Like I just started my machine back up and I was good to go. It's kind of like muscle memory. I guess these figure skaters, they probably have the muscle memory too. They go out on the ice and their bodies just know what direction to go, what moves to do, and they're good. Side note, look how beautiful the light hitting that velvet is at different angles. I also realized that I've never done like super great close-ups of threading my Singer heavy duty machine or anything like that. So if you guys want those kind of tutorials or anything like that, just comment down below and I'll see if I can make some shorts out of them. That way then you guys can learn up close. I'm definitely not the most experienced or best at getting angles of me sewing. I try to get as much as I can in the video for you, but I'll get better as time goes because we're all about learning here, right? And on the note of learning, I definitely need to get a DSLR or whatever those fancy cameras are and learn how to use that to record these videos because one, I want it to be higher quality for you guys, and two, my poor iPhone keeps running out of storage, so you're gonna notice that there's like big jumps in my sewing. I do make white gloves and I definitely don't have any footage of me making those white gloves because my iPhone storage was full, and I don't know, like I just delete all these random attachments in my phone and like big text messages and everything else, but for some reason I just am always on the struggle bus here. So I would like to be able to make really great videos for you guys. So I'm going to invest in those someday. Of course, that means that I also need a new MacBook, and so it's like a slippery slope. You know, it's kind of like if you give a mouse a cookie, it's if you give a YouTuber a camera, we should make that a book. I'm also aware if you're an experienced sewer, if you're not an experienced sewer, you're going to see that I have that little magnetic seam guide on my machine. I know some people might see that as cheating to get straight lines, but I have ADHD, and if I see a squirrel out my window 2 blocks down, I will get distracted and I'm not going to have a straight seam anymore. So I do freehand things, but when I'm multitasking, I tend to lean on my seam guide. And that's perfectly okay if you have to lean on a seam guide. No judgment. I'm never going to judge you, and it doesn't make you any less professional. And here's my favorite part, putting the elastic on the briefs. I don't know what it is, but I always get like a thrill out of putting the elastic bands on my briefs because I feel like it's that first piece of clothing, like it's that first real piece of the garment, and it's finally coming together. So it's just exciting to me. If you've ever sewn anything, do you have a favorite part that you like to do? Do you feel a certain amount of accomplishment when you see something take shape? Let me know. Okay, this right here is like day 4 or 5 of working on this. I can't remember. Honestly, I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, which is really early for me. I usually get up at like 6 at the earliest, but I wanted to get this costume done because it is due the very same day. Adeline, if you are watching this, yes, I finished your dress the same day that it was due. Here she is. She just needs to cure, and there are the gloves that I told you that I didn't have any footage of. And look how beautiful she is. Look at this.
Do a little spin for me, girlfriend.
And that's all for now, folks. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to like and subscribe.